Hi everybody, my name's Abigail. I'm a therapist and a psychic medium, and I want to talk today about to adult parents are all adults, hopefully, with adult children is what I meant, who have a young person, a teenager, or an adult child in their life who's a substance user. And what I want to remind you, so a couple of things. This might sound bizarre to people who have never considered it, but I want to put a spiritual lens over it. I want to put a spiritual lens over your situation because one of the main things that gets in the way of managing and knowing how to deal with these young people is that we doubt ourselves because we have so much invested. We want the best, and so we blame ourselves. So every time, and these young people on drugs are extremely manipulative. Nearly everything that comes out of their mouth, not all the time, is often a lie. I mean, they're really insightful too. Okay, let me go on a sidetrack here. They are very, very insightful about what they think and what they feel and why. And they try always to seek answers. They're always trying to heal, but what they'll do is play the blame game. It's your fault because you did this when I was growing up, and you did that, and you did the other thing, and you did the rest of it, or it's such and such's fault, or this happened, that happened. Okay, so with the problem with young people, and I've met so many of them that use drugs and want to come off them, they can tell you all the psych stuff. They can tell you why they think, why they do, why they use, what grief and loss they have. The problem is they have a really good concept of self-reflection at times, but they don't take any responsibility for going in and feeling. How can they feel when they're using substances? Of feeling those emotions, feeling those dramas, releasing them and moving forward. And it's like, here's the problem, but I'm never going to go to the solution. And so I think back to young people, they're very manipulative. They lie often, and I think keep this in mind. Like, stop believing them, because what the number one thing that you need to do as a parent is hold your place and hold it strong as the parent, and not put up with this behavior. And it's so easy to get triggered. Like, if that was a 2-year-old having a tantrum, or doing whatever they're doing that's dysfunctional, you'll generally, hopefully you don't buy into tantrums, hopefully, but maybe you did, because I know what it's like. You hold your position, and when they finish having the tantrum, you just are calm and, well, ideally calm, and you're regulated, and you stay in this position. You don't get all upset and worked up about it. When they're adults, they're very manipulative. They'll blame you for everything. They'll manipulate you to get what they want. And I think, number one, remember, they do lie and manipulate so that they don't have to heal, so that they can keep burying everything within. Now, okay, I just want you to remember that, because I'm going to give you a strategy that, if you can grasp these concepts, if I explain them right, it might make it easier to put a spiritual lens over these young people and see them different. What if, like, I know as parents, there's no doubt that you always do your best. You always do your best for your children. Look, you might have made big mistakes in the past, like who doesn't, whatever, but as soon as you know, you rectify it and you do better. Okay, and you're always doing your best that you can at the time. That's good. So let's hold on to that. What if this child came into this life with this predisposition to have this substance abuse issue, and that you, as their parent, were not in any way responsible for that, but you were the good enough, doing your best at all times parent that they needed to come in to try to release that and heal that? What if it was the other way around? What if you had always done your best and you'd attracted this because your parenting was at a stage where this young person had this energy that was messy and they needed to come in with it and you were the perfect person for them. I know that's confusing, but what I'm trying to say is, what if you could just stand in your power as being the best parent you can be to this person and just let it play out? What if this was always going to be part of who they were and you just had no responsibility in it? They brought it in and you're just there being the best you can be, and that you can hold your position strong and do what you need to do to allow them to play that out. Because the reason I'm saying this is because when, as parents, most often parents will blame themselves on some level. They'll blame themselves and go, oh, you know, if I had done this, had done that. What if you were never to blame? What if you were actually this really great parent that they needed, that this spirit needed to be able to enact this substance misuse lifestyle? What if you were that perfect person? What if you said to yourself, I want you to do this? What if you were to say to yourself, I'm a really good parent. I've done really well with this really hard situation. I want you to say it and feel it and accept it and kind of switch it around, rather than giving them all your energy and your worries and your like second guessing everything you do. What if you were to say to yourself, I'm actually a really good parent. I do my best at all times and I'm really good at what I do. I seek help, I seek support, I've tried to meet their needs, and now I'm just going to be centered in this place of seeing myself as, I'm a really good parent, I've done my best. And swap the energy, pull your emotion back to you, because I think that it's the way to healing. They are wanting co-regulation from you. Co-regulation is where one person holds their emotional energy and the other person has to conform. I'll give you a really simple example. Say you've got a little one playing Monopoly, and every time they don't get their way, they throw the board because it didn't go their way. All right, what if, this is one of the things we do, what if we have timing? So you put that little one between your legs on your lap and you play the game, and what if when things don't go their way, you get to coach with them, you get to manage your body energy with theirs and to guide them and be really present. Most often the little one is not going to flip the board. They'll just take it and go, okay, next time round the dice will flip the opposite way and I'll be all good. What that is when you regulate like that with a little one, you're holding your energy, you're allowing them to use your energy. So what if we put a spiritual lens over these young people who have substance misuse, and we say, you know what, they came in with this, there's nothing I could have done, what they needed was me, and what I need to be is this parent who acknowledges everything I've done, that I've done really well. What if I can just be centered and be that person? And I can guarantee you that if you're going to be that person, you're going to be able to make different decisions, and you're going to be able to see the lies of manipulation a lot more easier than what you would do if you were guilt tripping yourself and second guessing yourself and not having confidence. So again, I want you to say, I am a really good parent. I am the best parent I can be, and I'm proud of myself for doing what I have done in a really difficult situation. I'm really good at what I do. And I want you to say it. I want you to believe it. I want you to say it every day. I want you to know that it's actually true. I want you to feel that it's true and know it, so that you can take you back from this messy situation and start to make different decisions and start to allow yourself to be regulated in the center because of this messiness, because that's what needs to happen. That's what needs to happen 100%. You know, I worked in parenting for a long time and wrote the basis of a parenting program for the government even, and it was with parents, caregivers and parents that had lost their confidence along the way because it was trauma parenting. And one of the first things that I used to always pull them back to was confidence in their role. You have a role. Your role, every role in every family, husband, wife, child, whatever it is, it's a role, has a name. So parent, grandparent, child. And underneath that role are a list of responsibilities. Your responsibility is to lead over that child, and as they grow, be negotiable. But there's a lot of other responsibilities. If you're down here being manipulated by this substance user, you're not in your role. So get back in your role. Hold your confidence, hold your position. Tell yourself you've done really well. And you know, that was one of the strongest bases that in this course I pulled them back to over and over again, because that's where they need to be. You need to be in your role, because what happens with younger children, and it happens with older children too, is if you're not confident in leading, especially if they're traumatized because their emotions are so big, they'll step up here and they'll parent you and they'll tell you how it's going to be and how it's going to run. No, we do not. We put them back down here. We take control of our role and our responsibilities, and we step into our role. It's the basis of a family therapy model. All right. I hope all that makes sense. Please do it. It will just bring change. And if it makes you cry, that's okay. That's okay. Cry through it. Cry through it. And keep doing it, because it's the relief, the release, the relief of knowing that you've done it really, really well. Okay. So if you want a session, I'll leave my details below, and yeah, get in contact. And I do video sessions, usually via WhatsApp, only because I find that it doesn't drop out like other platforms that I've tried. Okay, but I can use other things. All right, message me if you need help, or put in the comments below if you have any questions. Thank you.